Hey Taurus, welcome back for another channel message. If y'all are new, welcome to the channel. If y'all are returning, welcome back. All of the messages are timeless, so claim it when it resonates, leave it until it does. We're gonna jump right into these channel messages and see what comes out for you. I'm seeing an X-ray or someone using X-ray vision to look into someone else's home relationship, trying to see what the drama or the situation is. Okay, after a divorce, after a separation, feels like someone on the outside. I don't really get that this is your energy, Taurus. Typically I'm able to see very clearly right away what your energy is. So I do feel like this is going to be a message for you guys in regards to some outside influences that your spiritual team wants you to be aware of. I don't feel like it's something serious. Yeah, I said be aware of, and we have protection. It's not your energy. Some of you guys are around family. You typically don't be around family. Others of you, you're in your hometown. You typically don't be in your hometown. Someone could be getting married, and that's the reason why you're around family. Or you want to share news about a new relationship that you have. You may want to bring someone home to meet the people. Not hurt the people. You may want to bring someone home to meet your family, okay? Especially if there is some type of, because X-ray, newborn fetus or something like that may be involved. I do feel like in this situation, are you religious, Taurus? If it's not you, then I just pick up this religious energy. Okay. Like these traditions or these practices that you believe. These could be beliefs. You may be a part of a social group. And or you could be a part of, like, like a society, like sorority, PTA. You can be just a part of some type of organization or some type of institute. Okay, professor, principal. You definitely have principles in regards to how you do things, how you handle situations. When someone doesn't take accountability, when someone is avoiding learning a lesson, you may shift gears. That's what I'm seeing. Like you stop treating them, giving them special treatment. You stop you stop focusing on them. You stop giving them special treatment. They lose a lot of those different things that you normally would provide in the event that they don't want to be in a committed relationship with you. All right, I think I'm starting to get it now. Taurus, you want a long-term commitment. So it's not that you're religious. You just have some traditions. You have some expectations, belief systems that you prefer to be with someone. If you love me, you'll marry me. If you love me, you'll be in a committed relationship, right? You'll know what it is that you'll want. Not just knock someone up or just indulge in sexual activity with them and not want something long term. Yeah, ascension, move into your true self, rise above darkness. The light is here. And if that's what you're getting out of a situation, I see you saying, well, you can do it all by yourself. All right, you can be on your own, be single, be independent, and wait your turn. Manifest something better. That's what I'm seeing here. There's also a water sign. Did I see a water sign just now? Yep. Man holding a heart. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. At one point, this person wanted to marry you. At one point, there's somebody that wanted to settle down with you. They wanted to be with you. They wanted to start a family with you. But that all stopped. Some of y'all that stopped when you got married. Others of you that stopped when y'all belief systems changed. Okay, so children don't have to be involved. It's like someone stopped believing that was possible because you stopped believing that it would be possible. All right. Every time I see her face, this reminds me of Touched by an Angel. Don't she look like the lady off Touched by an Angel, or am I tweaking? I feel like she does. So that's the main energy that I'm tapped into, Taurus, is all my traditional babes out there. You want a traditional love, you want a real love, you want a consistent love, you want someone that isn't going to put you on standby or hold while they figure out what it is that they want. You want someone that's vulnerable, that's not afraid to express their feelings, that doesn't conceal those feelings in order to like buy themselves more time or something like that. These are beautiful cards, Taurus. These are beautiful oracle cards to get in general. Because what this is saying is, because you want that type of love, you're stepping onto the platform being vulnerable. You're stepping onto the platform, putting your guards down to be emotionally available to other people and their emotions, regardless of the things that you have went through, regardless of the karmic relationships that you've been through. And because you're willing to take that leap of faith and walk it like you talk it, your promise is the sun. You're about to do something that ain't never been done before. I feel like a lot of you guys are severing some belief systems that you don't necessarily believe in regards to love, right? A lot of people, history has reflected that you marry for convenience, you marry for stability, you marry for leisure, okay, a better life. But it also creates a codependent lesson. That's the Piscean age, right? In this new age of evolution, the idea or the aspiration to commit to someone because you genuinely love them and it's unconditional and you feel like you want to devote yourself to one another is a mutual assignment, it's a mutual agreement, and it's a higher love. It's higher than the Hierophant. It's like the High Priestess energy. What's understood doesn't have to be explained. My family doesn't have to like it. Everybody else doesn't have to understand it. But I know where I stand with this person. I know why we work well together. And I feel like somebody just ain't it, and that's the energy that I had to kind of like shovel through to get to your energy, Taurus. I had to kind of like move this energy to the side just to get a clear read, a clear visual on where your energy is. So you have fallen back. That's what I feel like. I feel like you have fallen back from a situation. You have surrendered. That's why surrendered is here. You're like, well, it clearly must not have been meant to be, and I'm not going to compete with no Dusty or no Pygmishas. Been there, done that. And so if anybody has ever tried to make you feel like you not chasing them, you not going out of your way to make yourself available for someone, is a sign of you being a hurt bae or somebody that is still hurt by past relationships. So that's why you don't know how to like give your all. That's a manipulation tactic. This energy is very open. If the right person come along, you are open book. You have no reservations to withhold the best parts of yourself due to something in the past that has happened, and that says a lot about your character. That says a lot about who you are. So let's put some tarot on this. It's your season. I feel like you're not meant to The reason why you get this spiritual download, um, nudge to just let someone, like, not to sit around and try to convince other people that your ideologies, your beliefs are working for you. Like, you're meant to emotionally detach. Anyone that comes along and they're trying to finesse you in this type of way and make you feel like you have to lower your standards, play yourself down, chase them, choose them in order for them to make good on their promises. They're trying to get you into a familiar pattern, a ancestral pattern that's similar to every other person. What makes you so unique is you're not like them. You're not like every other person trying so hard to be loved, seen, and acknowledged by another soul. You're not desperate. Okay? If whatever you do it because you want to do. Confirmation, yes. Yes. Whatever you want to do, you do it because you want to do. So if you want to change your hair, you want to change your clothes, you want to try something different, you want to explore a new venture, you do it because you want to, not because you're trying to get the attention of an individual or a person. Like, who got time for that? So kudos to you. And that ain't easy. It's not easy to that's not easy to apply as seamless as you're doing it. In theory, it's easy to say that's what you need to do, is detach and focus on yourself. But in application, not many people know how to apply that theory into action. They often get stuck waiting, and they get stuck in limbo until they have some type of epiphany or awakening. You woke, okay? Can't nobody throw a wool over your eyes, can't trick you. They can't even try to hit you with doctrines of conformity. They can't even try to make you feel like, oh, I would have married you, or I would have settled down with you, or I would have chose you if you thought this way, believe this way, or if you were more like. They can't compare you to nobody. Y'all are the type of collective where you will leave the playground if everyone on the playground is acting like a follower. You know what I'm saying? You would get out of the sand lot and leave everybody there to play Simon Says with whoever wants to be the ringleader before you work 10 times harder to be picked from the sandlot. Like, no, not at all. So you know when love ain't there. And every time you can sense that love ain't there, that someone is incapable of loving you or treating you the way you want to be treated, you go ahead and take that punch to the chin. You get that chin check and you be like, all right, I'm out. Because it's not your job to teach someone how to treat you if they can't even recognize that the first language before anything is how you treat them, right? So if you give them the respect and you giving them vulnerability and you're giving them an open heart and they see something wrong with that, the problem ain't you, babes. It's them. They're the problem. 4 of Cups. I feel like for some of you, this is someone that's still pining over somebody else not working. This is someone pining over. So someone may be trying to rebound with you. Unless this Queen of Cups energy is you. Someone feels like this is the reason why. This is exactly what you want. I don't know why I'm getting that. It's like an off. I'm gonna put that right here. This may be someone's projection. Like someone is saying that you want them to kiss your ass. Right? Like they're in some type of power struggle. That's what they're saying. You want me to know. The problem is Taurus wants me to kiss their ass. Taurus wants to dangle the possibility of losing them as a way to make them spoil you. Like somebody feels like they are reading you down while you are trying to read them. It's like, no, you want me to spoil you. You want me to come back with my tail between my legs and kiss your ass. You want me knowing damn well you have no intentions of building with me. You have no intentions of giving me what I want. And so you leave this person no choice. I'm channeling for whoever wants to like over talk. This is someone that's like has a tendency of over talking people to get their point across. So before I could even finish my thought and interpret what I'm even hearing, someone had to interject. And like, no. So it's like, this is someone that struggles. They have tantrums. They struggle with letting a person finish their thought, their sentence, before they start trying to interject or intercede on how you made them feel. This is someone that be in their feelings. And it's always, you always have to look at this person like, new opportunity to do right this time. New opportunity to do right this time. They struggle with, see, let's go to school right quick, okay? Because I have to psychologically break this down. Okay, so the cups are emotions, yes, but it's also the first form of inspiration, imagination. Somebody imagination tends to run wild when it comes to who you could be potentially giving your love to if you're not giving it all to yourself. Compared to all these cups that this person has here, you have the fucking biggest cup. They are always going to feel as if your cup is prettier than theirs, more elaborate than theirs, more well thought out than theirs, and whatever God is offering them, it's like, it ain't enough. It's like, how do you get the shinier object after I worked really hard to just do a good job? Why can't you just, this person wants you to just be happy with them doing a good job. It's like they can never satisfy you, which is a form of deflection. This person tends to deflect their accountability with explaining themselves as to why things don't work, rather than just say, they get in defense mode. This is straight up defense mode. Now, in order for this person to get you to betray yourself, they have to sit here, have a tantrum long enough. They think that they're pulling a you on you. They think that, oh no, this is what you like to do. You like to have a tantrum and make people come chase after you. So this person is pulling a you on you, is what they're saying. Not to argue if that's what you really do, because I can see that this is the type of situation where you be like, no, that's not me, that's them. And that feeds into this person's tantrum, is because when you're trying to justify the difference between their character and your character, it confirms for them that either you are withholding a tendency, you are resenting them, so they'll flip it and be like, see, I told you. They're mad at me for this. And it's like, how do we get from here to there? And that was the whole point to begin with. So now this person is they're going to sit here. They maybe won't call, won't text, won't say anything, and they just want to see how long it takes you to miss them. How long will it take you to reach out to them? Do you really love them? So these are like tests of love, deceit, disloyal, conspiracy, broken bonds. How long is it going to take you to check on me, see how I'm doing, ask me how my day is going? Now this person needs you to place whatever this cup is. I don't know what the fuck you have in this cup, but whatever it is that has gotten your imagination, your daydreaming, your creativity, whatever has your foresight, whatever has your undivided attention, that this person, if they could be that cup in your eyes, that's the fucking cup that they want to be. And they feel like they could never be that cup. And because they can never, this isn't someone that wants to bring you the cup so you can admire the cup. This person wants to be the cup. Okay. What? This is a chipped cup. They want to be the cup. What in the tea party? What in the tea party? I want you to hold me like that. I want you to look at me like that, the way you look at that cup. That's what this person is saying. So they think about. But no, all you care about is yourself. You don't want to build with nobody. You don't want to play fair with nobody. We only want to hoard it and harbor it for yourself. This person's who is this person, spirit? Emotional damage. Okay, who is this person? Engineering reverse. This is someone. They're your undoing. Okay, they're your undoing. I'm getting code. Okay, so when I say they're your undoing, let me explain to you what I mean. You know how this person kept insisting that they're pulling a you on you? This is someone that believes that you are a problem solver. You are very smart. You know exactly what this person wants from you, and you're just refusing not to give it to them. They believe that you have a mechanism that you utilize as a way to weigh and measure who and what gets your time, energy, so forth. That you're very smart. You're very intellectual, and as a matter of fact, you probably can read this person's mind forwards and backwards. Yes. However, they feel as if you are holding out on answering problems for them. You're holding out on solving their issues. You're not giving them answers. And someone feels like they're supposed to be getting answers to a test that you're no longer sitting in for. Okay? So y'all were being tested, and this person is saying you're not participating in some type of test. And this person is not equipped with your type of innovative mind. You're like the oil to the engine, right? Or maybe they're the oil. They're just raw ingredients. They need a host. They need someone to mind them. Like, they need someone to mind their business, keep up with them, remind them to eat, drink, sleep, remind them not to leave their keys. They need someone there tending to them, minding to them, doing the math, solving the problem. This is not what they're supposed to have to do, but you're in your feelings, and they can't get you out of your feelings without them having their ego bruised at the same time. Then that's the power struggle. They feel like that's the reason why you walked away. That's the reason why you have ran away from this group, this community, this partnership, society. I don't know where the fuck you were. You've reneged on some type of commitment because they feel like you have a natural desire to want to fix things. You are a natural tinker bell. You are a natural person that you need to innovate. You need something to structure. You need something to build. You thrive on your ability to create something out of nothing off the sheer brilliance of yourself. You feel me? So for you to be pretty much saying like you're giving up on all of that, like, no, I don't want to do it. This person's like, no, you just don't want to do it with me. You want to do it because it's in your nature. It's what you come from. You want to create, because water is the beginning. You want to create things that matter, and a lot of things matter in your life, but this person can't quite figure out what that thing is that matters most to you, and they feel like you're holding out on that. Um, for some of you, this is why this person wants you. This is why this person wants to be with you. This is why this person feels like you guys are meant to be together, because you possess the core principles of exactly what it is that they want. Someone that is engineered to aspire to have, to build something, engineered to commit, devote themselves, even if they have to do it on their own. Even if they had to walk the journey by themselves, they would get it done with or without a partner. Those are the core ingredients of the type of person this person wants to devote themselves to. You know, they want to co-create with, they want to build with, because they know even if something happened to them, like God forbid they just weren't living anymore, whatever they created with you, it would thrive. Okay? It would thrive. It would expand. It would grow. And you wouldn't need a village to do it. That's some crazy shit. That's what this person is saying. Like, you wouldn't need a village to do this, which means someone has clocked your worth. Okay? They have. Straight up, they know your worth. I'm telling you, this person knows your worth. You're not like, you're not a human. That's what this person is saying. You're not human. But you were built for this. You're the Hierophant. You are the Institute. You are the House of Value. And that's why I'm picking up that this person does want to they want to put you on a pedestal and put you in high regard for other people to regret not working with them. They want to build with you. This is somebody that wants to build with you. You are marriage material, even if you feel like you're not, or even if you, I don't know, been divorced before, separated before. Someone is saying they're the practicality to your innovation. Okay, that's what they're saying. They're the practical. They provide the practical element. They make it matter. After you give it life. Okay. Look at that. Limitation, fear and doubt, limit freedom of action, let go of your worries. And we have the caged bird, free. Light work. Can you show me the value that you speak of, Spirit? We have independence in reverse. Ooh. All right, so straight up, you people will follow you. There's something about people will naturally follow you. They will naturally gravitate to you. All right, so you see how she's communicating to the spirit. You're never alone. You have some type of, you do depend on a source, but it's not a flesh. It's not a source of flesh. You see how in every depiction, I mean, she's literally tending to a vase, a chase, or whatever they call it, a vase. What would that be called? It looks like a very fancy cup with a lid on it. I mean, that's hella bougie. She had to even put a lid on it, so no debris gets inside of there. So it's untapped potential. There's an aspect of you that wants to be experienced. Duality. And in this one, she's talking to a bird. One has her ear and one has her sight. Hear no evil, see no evil. Oh, loyalty. All right. Um, mm, Someone here was trying to turn somebody into like a housewife. Let's call it like that. They were trying to turn someone in, take them from one state and make them matter in this state. Refurbish someone. Um, Managers do this as well, especially image managers, or producers. They'll take someone that was one type of artist, and then they will change their whole image, rebrand them completely, and then give them a new identity and like fresh eyes. The personality or persona of the prior person would die away, and people will naturally just accept this new version. But there's an it factor that someone doesn't possess with the Queen of Cups. This it factor feels like people are turned away, turned off by the presence of someone that they keep near. And as long as that person is near, they're like repellent. They ward off every single potential client, customer, business. And I don't even feel like this person is doing anything. They don't possess that it factor. That upgrade you factor. This is saying that one of you here possesses the ability where even with you being silent in a crowded room, the audience in the room will turn their head when you walk in. They will lower their voice or become silent to hear you speak. It's something about your presence is gentle. It's gentle but giant. You get what I'm saying? It's mighty. And no one would ever think that it was you, that you're like the glue everywhere you go. You're like the glue that keeps everything wonderful, right? When you leave and you stop caring, it becomes a drought. It becomes dead. There's no water. And so, like clockwork, things will start to break down. People will start to disappear. Opportunities will dry up. And it's like all of that magic you took when you walked away from a situation, you took it in that cup, and it's inside of you though. That's the crazy part. But I feel like at the time, this is also telling me that you have the ability to someone can imprint on you. You're very impressionable, but you're not stupid. So you attract a lot of people that try to get over on you, but you're not stupid. And you always get out. You always find a way. Like, they're like, how do you know these things? Some of y'all, you've never been married before, and you know these things. Some of y'all, you've only been married once, twice, or whatever. Or you don't even have a lot of bodies, and you still be knowing things. This is a knowing, intuitive knowing here. And this person, they don't know how to come in and make it right, and they feel like you want them to, like, you're going to want them to pay for the rest of their life. That's what they often think about. Now, the only thing that really concerns me about this person coming in is their thought process. If they can perceive every move that you make as a calculated one, then they may lack emotional reciprocity, or they may not know how to emotionally satisfy you. You feel what I'm saying? And so in these types of dynamics, you would have to be careful not to completely alter your entire makeup in order to adapt to another person's inability to perform, while at the same time there is still a lot that this person is capable of teaching you. A lot of cultural awareness could come from this connection, right? I do see that. I do see that a lot. But this person will want you to need them. They will want to feel useful. Careful with that, because I feel like the desire to want to feel useful, unless that person is really about that life, they were really born to be that type of person that like they're not doing it for the validation, because there's false people that they want to feel needed by their spouse or their partner. They want to feel useful. They want to feel those types of things. But at the same time, careful not to come across a false person that say they want those things, but the moment that they're not getting their ego stroked, the moment that they're not getting their needs met, they may punish you, or like those are the ones that claim that they don't need validation to do the things that they're supposed to do. They do it because they expect that of themselves. It's a personal desire. It's better to have to be with a person that desires that for themselves personally, versus you being the only reason why they're doing it. But and it's a slippery slope. That's what I'm saying. Take your time, because at the same time, whether it's you or someone like you, the attributes, the qualities, the values, the knowledge that you possess, your belief, your core principles, is what a masculine energy is supposed to aspire. You see what I'm saying? To experience. But also, you have to make sure that it is always equal, fair, balanced, and that you are not just living to satisfy someone that treats you like magic. You know what I'm saying? You have to put the oxygen mask on yourself. You have to reserve some of that magic for you. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to be INDEPENDENT, all right, just to feel like you have a good weigh and measure of your worth. No, you can need someone. It's okay to need someone. It's okay to desire to be with someone. I'm really curious about this Four of Cups. There's been some type of lost time or lost delay. I feel like as if somebody wants to make sure there's no hard feelings or something like that. And you see how even I'm talking and I'm getting stuck. Alright, so somebody could have got stuck in a karmic connection. Thought that they saw something in someone else, but actually it belonged to you. So someone was trying to destiny swap by trying to mirror your persona, who you are, trying to look like you, talk like you, be like you, but they not like you. And so someone is breaking up with someone. That's why I said earlier I had to like move through the veil just to see who you really are, Taurus. Because someone was trying to wear your skins, honey. Somebody's trying to wear your skins on a regular to keep somebody hoodwinked, bamboozled, and they're letting that person go. Spirit, what do you want to say about patience? Let's keep going, y'all. Because I almost got, yeah, this is cutting something off cold turkey. I feel like you had to cut this person off cold turkey. You had to say what you mean what you say, even if you had to be the bad guy. Because you had to put down healthy boundaries with this. Some of y'all, this could have been in-laws or just people in the past from the general population, public, people that you, mutual friends, gang stalking. So a lot of people don't even know you, or some people don't know you personally per se, but they've heard of you by way of other people's mouths, and even they have an invested interest in seeing what you got coming in or what you got coming up next. You do not care. I feel like so I feel like you're not worried, you don't care. You still gonna keep your heart open. You're not afraid. You're not afraid of a little bumba. You're not afraid to tussle. I feel like the Queen of Wands energy is really the phase that you're in right now. You're a lover and a fighter. Don't get it twisted. That's what I heard. You'll pop someone right quick and then remind them, I did that because I love you. I had to make a hard decision. Like, you have no problem doing what must be done for the greater good of yourself, your purpose, your God. I don't know what it is. Sometimes you don't be having time to explain to every single person, so you have to give a mother's touch. That's what I'm seeing here. I have to remind you right quick what happens when you start mess, what happens when you create drama. You're not afraid to alchemize energy. And this may be why there's been so many assassination attempts on you. But even though they have tried to take you to jail, hold you accountable, expose you, you know, like in every other lifetime, it never works. It never works. You get out of it. It's like the master of disguise. Now you see me, now you don't. 8 of Swords. You thought I was limited, but that's because as long as I appear to be limited, it makes you feel comfortable. The moment I reveal that I am not bound by the programs of your own inner child, by the imprint of your inner child, then you become a threat. And so that then they send send reinforcement to come in and try to stop you and create drama for you. Like, you be hidden in plain sight. So it's like a sacrifice. So every time they attempt to attack you in this way, they curse themselves because you enact or you invoke a dead man's curse, the crucifix. Every time they attempt to throw tomatoes, curse your name, stop whatever it is that you're doing, You let them finish their job. You let them do it. And then this is why it's the blessing, because it's unjust. So would that be technically would that be technically this is about authenticity with the Magician in reverse. The real question is, why did they stop celebrating you? Why did they stop, like, all the relationships that you guys built before in the past? All that went away the moment that they felt like you were different than them. Then all of a sudden, oh, now I don't like you. Now I don't want to be your friend. Now we got to stop you. And so they rallied together to assassinate your character, your name, your image. And then they don't want to support you. But it's all because you said, okay, I could be vulnerable with you guys. I could tell you, I could be who I am around you guys. I can show my good, my bad, my ugly, and you will love me like Christ loved the church. You see what I'm saying? And these church folk like, nah, bruh, that ain't how that work. You ain't Christ. But according to the resurrection of and rebirth, technically Christ has resurrected millions of times, but they are too blind to see, because it's not in the flesh. You know, there's something about the childhood story. You didn't look like the story I remember. This person looked like this. They dressed like this. They talked like this. They were doing this. And here you are. Christ would never have anything to do with what you're doing. So you could pour your heart and soul out as much as you want, and be vulnerable and be open, and you would still have a big ass target on your back. Magician in reverse. But the premises of the entire story between believers and non-believers, division. Simple math. Simple math. Let's solve this problem. We have a problem. Simple math, inductive reasoning. It don't take a rocket science to see that the moral of the story about the journey of Christ was about people not agreeing with his belief system. They considered it new in comparison to their old, and thus the great divide occurred. Right? And we can get real controversial if you want. For so many people that screams by the blood of Jesus Christ, they're in a cryostasis of consciousness, repetitively reenacting an enchantment. Or we can go back even further. The entire book is a book of evolution. So either based off of if the two major contradictions. Let's go back to the beginning of Christ, right? How he even made it into the story monologue to begin with, his grand entrance, right? Based off of the laws of the Bible that states that man and woman are separate, right? That states and they describe the way in which they are separate and what is not natural, and the reasons why, how they support not liking LGBT, gay, non-gay, whatever, is because it's not natural. God made Adam and Eve. And so going back to the premises of that argument, right? As a great debater, we can all agree that the very archetype of Jesus Christ that was born by Mary, is it Mary? Yeah, I think she was. Whoever his mama was. Either God came down himself and had sex with a virgin. Okay, so technically a ghost came and had sex with a virgin, which would mean temporary possession of some sort, right? Because sperm is required in order to give birth to a child. And so if sperm is required, then either Mary wasn't a virgin and she didn't want to tell the people who her baby daddy was, or Mary grew up in a single, or Christ grew up in a single parent home, or magic was performed and the consciousness of God was split and she experienced her own kundalini and gave birth to a child with the absence with an absence of a physical father of flesh. Okay, but that would still describe possession, which would be essentially possession. Would be along the lines of sorcery. I don't know. We're just putting it out there. So this is this right here. This right here is guard dog. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. A level of consciousness guard dog. And so as a way to like shoo, we don't want you here. Stay away. It's like using their guard dog to come in and create drama so that the people that you love, family, friends, associates, would be the very ones. You can be the type of person that would literally go there, open the damn chains for their ass, open the gate, and they would still fight you. And that's why every time you open the fucking gates, just like Christ, it would be your own people. It would be your own kind. It would be the very people you're trying to set free, help liberate, that will attack you, assassinate your character, crucify you. But because you keep your heart open every single time, all they do is bless you. Right? When you get tired and you look up and you say, Father, I've done what you asked me to do. I told you what you told me to tell them. And then you come back and you get resurrected. That's what I see here. Yeah, this is it's not a bouncer, but it's like somebody that so you know how vendors are like people where you go to wholesale. So think of like YouTube, TikTok, they're like vendors, major corporation vendors, right? Well known. And so they're like, they hall monitor. What are you selling? Okay. Which vendors are you using? Do we agree with this vendor? And I feel like typically this vendor don't discriminate, but I mean, it's going to go where the numbers go. It's going to go where the majority rules, right? Because the majority, the masses rule, um, rules focus, okay? And so long, by the time they done assassinate your character, crucify you, you disappear. And they're like, hold on, what am I doing again? Why do I have this stick in my hand? Why was I about to type that long ass message? You know, it is genius in reverse. And so they dum dums. They expedite your ascension. They be trying to think they can get you to walk the plank. They expedite your ascension. Ooh, chaos. I told you. Possession, chaos, unruly. So the father has to come down, right? The father has to come down and regulate the badass kids. There's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost is the spiritual realm between what possessed Mary long enough to give birth to Christ. It's all a consciousness, right? Left brain, right brain. Tomato, tomato. But ultimately, the Father has to come down and say, who told you to touch a hair on this head? Eight of Swords. So the offense trumps you and it goes to the Father. Now you know, because these are all workers of the Father. But these vendors are like we're the new mechanism. Religion is an old dying thing. We're the new mechanism. So the new mechanism here is a machine, which would technically mean that the Father would be the emperor, right? Has to remind his servants. The emperor has to remind his servants of who they work for. Damn. And that you cannot we have patrol keeper, watchman, service provider. I have this person providing a specific service on purpose. There's a purpose for it. And then you have the vendors is like, no, not necessarily. They like to play. So what in the American Gods is going on here? Okay, so here's what I feel like when it comes to technology, the machine, the mechanism. The new mechanism is design. By design, it's going to do like a sweeping. Yes, we have death here twice. It's going to do a sweeping. The cycle is over. It's time for you to take a change, rebirth. It's time to say goodbye. It's going to do a sweeping. It doesn't matter. And that's because it's like moving from, it's all under the same branch. Okay, no, not maybe the same industry, but different branches. So let me give you an example. What's a good example? Industry, the military. You have the Army, you have the Marines, you have I think it's what the Marines, the Navy, the Air Force, different branches, but the same entity. Okay. This entity here is saying that we're the branch of one mechanism, and in efforts to sever ties with a prior religious order, we have to do a sweeping, cease and desist. Hey, listen, that's not really where we're trying to go. And now the problem is, remember, like this is like a reaper. Remember, it's like it's an entity, okay? All of it's an entity, but what I'm trying to say is the problem is they're still servants of service to a particular religion of faith or something like that, even though they are kind of dibbling and dabbling into the spiritual realm. They're not quite free, right? You have this or that. This or that makes it difficult to really know who thyself is, right? Whoever you are, you know who you are. You know that you don't have to choose this or that. Okay? And you're not here for by popular demand. Like, you're not here you're not here for security guards. Don't stand there just to wave at people. They're not there for the attention of people. They're there to do one job, and that is whatever they are trained to do. Now, in prior lives, I feel like you've been watchmen, you've been patrollers, you've been service providers. But in this particular situation with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, this is saying this lifetime you're supposed to be providing a service. That's very risky to do. And in order for you to do that, you have to petition Papa. I feel like this is also in some capacity, because I get very with his face, I get very, it's like tricky energy. All right, it's not personal, it's humor, it's a crossroad. It's also like, hey, so I hear that you're trying to do this and you're trying to leave a certain realm and go into the next realm, right? And so you're being asked to sever ties with a level of consciousness that can't go with you. You may have once been a watchman to that level, or a service provider to that level, but they are still workers of a level of consciousness that isn't invited. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. Foresight. Yes. Pay attention to things that are important to ensure. Be farsighted and alert. Money tree. Yep. So these are petitions, offerings. So what you need to know, something's about to take off for you, but you can't take everybody with you. So what do you do with the money tree? You prune the weeds. These are weeds. Weeds are being removed out of your life. It's very, very simple math. The weeds are the ones that were keeping you stuck. But you figured this out. And so now the door is opening. There's some type of spiritual work, road openers. And it's like, hey, what you gonna do? Very, very interesting. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, so we are back. And like I was saying, you got to say goodbye. You're going to have to say goodbye to a job, something that's been keeping you stuck. You've already said goodbye once before. And so this should be no new to you. It feels like you are packing up, resigning. Somebody's resigning, packing up. You're being honest with your feelings. And I feel like you've been visited, or you're going to be visited by a spiritual entity that they're like, hey, you're up next. And since you're up next, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're offering you. Are you ready to do this? Do you have what it takes to go the distance? And It doesn't feel like you're working for anyone specifically, so you're gonna have to say goodbye. It feels like you're not able to say goodbye. I feel like that may be the hardest part, is like you're not able to say goodbye. You're just leaving on a midnight train to Georgia. And I feel like it's a level of consciousness for majority. But for others of you, it's quitting something cold turkey so you can manifest more into your life. So you won't get you it won't look as if you are succeeding wherever you go. So if you leave one job, you get another job, you're not making the same amount of money or something like that. That's what it feels like. Or you don't have the same amount of support, or you don't have the same amount of recognition, but you still have your freedom. You still have your purpose. You still have your promise. And so since you have your promise, you have your deed, now you have to start planting on new soil with the sun energy here. You have to start watering, and you know how to make something grow. You know how to create from the waters. And that's because your emotions are free. You're free. I don't think you're meant to get comfortable staying in one place. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're meant to sprinkle a little bit, but you can't stay long. If you stay long anywhere, you outstay your welcome, and then you're gonna meet chaos, or you're gonna start dimming yourself in order to make other people feel comfortable. So you're always gonna be propositioned with the choice to either try to force, force yourself to be accepted, or to see it as an opportunity, and be like Jiminy Cricket and pack your bag and be like, well, there's a storm, there's a weather. I've done all I could do. See you later. It's like guest appearances. Like you may make online guest appearances, collaborate with people, or just be like a traveler, a nomad. Okay, let me hide that. All right, someone that is what was the name? Very interesting. I feel like you're gonna date people some of you guys will be like the voice, or like you may help other people with their love life, with their healing their life. But these are people that actually want to do the work, actually want to apply themselves. There's no fame and recognition for really helping people, just so you know. That's what I'm seeing here. Not for genuinely helping people and genuinely teaching them that they are the creators of their imagination. So I feel like you will have a hand in, I feel like you're moving from revealing to people what they need to do to improve themselves and bringing awareness. I feel like you've evolved past the level of development of revealing and bringing awareness, and you've transitioned into the to kind of like being the backbone for the intel, being the intel for those that have the courage to become the magician, become the charmer, take action, Because the Knight of Cups to me is the charmer, the person that's willing to get out of those situations and say, hey, I couldn't fix that situation. Rather than sulk on it, I'm going to go and I'm going to manifest what I desire, my heart's desires. And I feel like you're needed during this time more as like foresight. That's the foresight that I see here. Like, yep, it's coming, keep going. You're doing the right way. You're meant to be a guide versus just a revealer of secrets and mysteries or some shit like that. I don't know. You're meant to be a confirmation, a voice of reason, a voice of confirmation back to an initial intention, memory, or something like that. And so you're not on the spectrum of helping people realize their potential. You've ascended to the spectrum of confirming what someone already knows. You get what I'm saying? People that are actually doing the work need you more than those that are complacent. And that's the stuck energy. It's like you can't do anything with that. It'll be a worth. And so I feel like that's pretty much what Papa is offering you. It's like this is your crossroads. You can sit here and try to convince people that can't be saved to increase, to be more innovative, or you could take your assets somewhere else. Take your ass somewhere else. Yes, and you will skyrocket. You will blossom. So some of y'all, you're moving platforms, like interviews. You may not even have your own shop, but you may be like a guest speaker type stuff. Yeah, there's no limitation where you're going. See, let go of your worries in reverse. You won't have to worry because these people are intentionally taking action and manifesting. So they want that. They're looking for someone that's going to encourage them to use their power, encourage them to go after their dreams, to focus on what they need, encourage them to believe, not to believe in themselves, but to encourage them that it's working, that they're doing it. Motivation. Like this level is like telling people constantly, you gotta get on your job, you gotta get on your job, you gotta get on your job. On this level, it feels like you on your job, keep doing that thing, boom, 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 one and done. But everybody has choices, and not everybody's gonna make wise decisions. Not everybody's gonna do what they're supposed to do. Not everybody likes surprises. And so it goes from being a tree into now you have so much of it. Now you get to repurpose it and reinvest it. And what you want to do with all that? What you want to do with all that cheddar? You feel me? What book do I want to use? We're going to use the High Priestess because she came out. Look at that. Sacred Action. Did I do this last time? Yeah, we did. Let's see. Because sometimes a book... I think we still on the same. We have Opening Heart, the portal, 11. So 1111 portal is significant. Life path 11, 1. Master number 11. Deep connection, water blessings. The mermaid priestess of the ocean holds out a hand, calling your attention to your right, the future. To the right, not to the left. Okay. And your many upcoming opportunities for connection. Her other hand is held over the heart center, as this card portends important relationships on many levels. The first is the potential for a deeply intimate romantic love. Your soul longs to connect, so allow yourself to release any resistance and open your heart to trust. The next is the kinship of friends and loved ones who truly resonate with your higher desires and beliefs. This family of your soul brings support and joy that help expand your consciousness in amazing directions, including the energetic realm. The rolling waters of the sea represent the profound presence of spirit and the depth of the connections you can now make with the vast spiritual world around you. These heart to heart conversations can be life changing. So let yourself be open to receiving the powerful waves of inspiration and guidance coming your way. On a literal level, this card may speak of bodies of water in your experience and environment. You can soon find yourself traveling by or over water for personal or professional reasons. Your residence or workplace may be relocating near water, or you may begin a relationship with someone who is similarly situated. Remember, whenever you are near water, let yourself absorb the magic of its energy and the power of its spirit. Offer prayers of thanks for the life force of water that always nurtures your earthly existence. Affirmation: gentle waves of love, friendship, and spirit are coming my way. I am deeply grateful for the life giving energies of water. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.